And so God is going to return double the plagues and the evil that Babylon has propagated throughout the world in all of its history. Revelation 18:8-10 describes next the sudden destruction of Babylon. Verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So Babylon will fall in one single hour, and it says with fire. So there's going to be a judgment of fire that destroys the entire city of Babylon, or the entire nation state of Babylon, in 1 hour. Her sudden destruction will come, it'll be swift. And now the only way that a major city or country like Babylon, who is the center of commerce, could be destroyed in 1 single hour can only explained through nuclear war. And so I believe that if America is Babylon, that America will finally be destroyed by nuclear warheads in 1 single day. In fact, it says in 1 single hour. How else can an entire nation be destroyed or an entire city be destroyed in 1 hour but by nuclear arsenals? And so is America Babylon? Now, the first time that I heard that theory, I thought, no way, I didn't want to accept it. Not because I had evidence against it, but because I'm a patriot and I love America. I love our founding ideals, but this is not the America of yesteryear. We are not living in the America of our founding fathers or even in the America of our childhood. America has transformed drastically, especially over the last few decades. And especially since Obama took office, and then now it's exponentially, accelerating with Biden. And so for decades, I've been warning against the impending judgment of God against America. I could see the writing on the wall when you consider that we have close to 1 million abortions annually. Every single year, 1 million. Think about that. 1 million babies are murdered in this country every single year. In 22 alone, there were over 900,000 abortions in the USA. Today, it's more. When you consider that we're the #1 exporter of the LGBT cult religion in the entire world, and when we're the #1 exporter of global abortions on demand, our goal in the West and in America is to spread our ideals, our liberal views globally. And this is arrogant global hegemony. We just want everyone to be like us. Everyone needs to have our values, and our values are wicked. They're not godly anymore because our leaders and liberal establishment consider LGBTism a human right, and they think that abortion is health care. And so they see these as universal rights that are required for not only America, but for all nations, that must be instituted at all costs because it's a matter of justice to them. It's a matter of these are human rights is from their satanic perspective, from their deluded perspective. That's how they see it. In their world, the end justifies the means. So they'll lie, they'll cheat, they'll steal, all for the so-called greater good, as they propagate satanic propaganda throughout the entire world. Never mind that other nations are sovereign and should be left alone and given autonomy, and other cultures should respect other cultures and other views, but no, we have to go in with the LGBT stuff into every country on earth. And so, we have to impose our liberalism and queerness all around the globe. And so we're the #1 spreader of the LGBT cult and abortion across the world. Could we be Babylon? It certainly looks like it, right? If the end times are in our lifetime, again, I see no other possibility. Consider that the UN headquarters is in New York City. We're the head of the UN and all the globalist organizations like the WEF and the WHO and the UN and all the others who are attempting to make our life miserable so that we can own nothing and be happy, as Klaus Schwab says, and have dominance over our every movement and thought. That's why they hate free speech and they seek to ban it and to take away our sovereignty and our liberties. We have had, we're the head. We have had the head table, the head seat at the WHO and the WEF and the UN. And so this is why when our destruction comes, all the kings will wail. They say they hate us right now, but they depend on us for their sustenance. And so they'll see the fall of the once great United States of America because of our exceeding globalist influence over all the nations, and they'll wail. And so this is why Revelation 18:11 through 13 says, "And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more, the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all fine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil, and fine flour and wheat, and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves, the souls of men."